Hello, everybody. It is showtime on another episode of My Hero Twisting World. This session might be a bit shorter than the rest, as we've gone through some very, very odd things. Isn't that right, you two? Yes, thank you. Thank you both for your input. I truly appreciate it. I've redone the background, as you can see in the overlay, but not only that, I've also been working on some videos on the side. So today will be a very funny session, because today you meet the head nurse of the school. I'm sure you will appreciate it. That's fantastic. Let me tell you where you wake up. You wake up on a white sheeted bed in a white sterile medical ward. One of the longer tubular medical wards with the constant, repeating beds split by large medical screens. You wake up in one of those.
I'm in a nightmare.
Bright light fills your life as the window, which is right next to you, shows that it is very sunny outside. What do you do?
Okay. What's my HP looking like? Am I up at 1 or?
You've taken a short rest.
Okay.
Because you were at 0.
Yeah, I'll get up and I'll continue going around the school.
There's a bit of an issue.
Oh.
You were strapped down to the bed by leather straps.
They really want you to take your bed rest.
I don't want to. I say I would like to be let out, please.
A deep voice says. Oh my. It sounds like someone is awake. Hey, you ever played the Mob of the Dead Zombies map?
I have.
You know Brutus when he walks around?
Yes.
Yeah, that happens.
Oh.
You can see a huge shadow from the other side of your, separator, your medical screen, begin to walk towards your bunk with a loud noise. You hear the voice say again, "Hold on 1 minute, I'll be right there. I need to get my needles ready."
Needles?
I hope you're not afraid of needles.
Why do you need needles?
A reason I shall explain when I reach your location.
Or you could just tell me now.
Why is it taking so long to reach his location?
5 movement speed, that's a negative of his score.
5 movement speed.
The stomping gets louder and louder and louder, until eventually, a very petite young lady, around 20 years old, about 5'1", with long red hair, walks around the corner with a clipboard.
Oh, she's just heavy.
And she says...
Dense, as they say.
Dense.
Okay, hello there. It seems like you were found unconscious in the gym with the gym teacher, quote, laughing her ass off, unquote.
I got ran over by a tank.
Yeah, those injuries do depict you being stampeded by something quite heavy. However, we have fixed you now. Congratulations. And very nice to meet you. Are you new here? Are you one of the freshmen? Or have you just never been in the infirmary?
Yeah, it's my first day. I just got to my room.
Please do not make this a regular thing for your own safety and health.
It will be.
Okay.
It will be.
Well, since you're going to be here commonly, I'm going to need just a little sample. If you could just hold still, I promise this won't hurt too much, she says, pulling out a large hypodermic needle.
If you get near me with that, I'm gonna make you explode into fire.
Unfortunately, your clamps will not allow you to do that.
Hey, get me out of here. Get me out of
I
here.
just need a little sample of your blood to make sure you are healthy and safe. Also,
I'm very healthy and safe.
I've noticed that you have been consuming quite a lot of inedible ingredients lately, and I would suggest against doing that in the future.
You're inedible. Leave me alone. Get me out of here.
No, human flesh is very edible. She rubs you with an alcohol wipe.
Hey, whoa. We can talk about this. I can tell you all my health issues.
Your health issues are not the current problem. Since you said you're going to be in here quite often, I'm going to need to be able to use my quirk on you properly.
Yeah, you can do that at when I'm asleep next time, you know?
Okay, then I'll just put you to sleep, she says, reeling her
Hey,
hand back.
hey. No. I meant like next time that I get knocked out, I need to be taken to the infirmary.
My responsibility is your health under all circumstances. She pulls out... So after she's done, like, wiping off, like, the under part of your elbow, she then pulls out, like, this weird... It looks like... You know the things that samurai clean their blades with? Like, the little powder things?
Yeah.
That look like a big, like, fuzzy ball on top of a stick of bamboo?
Yes.
She pulls out basically one of those, but the ball is, like, a slight brown color.
Okay.
And she rubs it on the part underneath your elbow, and you feel amazing.
You're a liar.
You can't feel that.
She rubs it on my weenus?
No. You can't feel that part anymore. You can't feel right underneath your elbow, but also you suddenly feel fucking incredible. You are dosed with some painkillers.
I go, oh, you drugged me, you bitch!
It's not drugging, it is simply sampling, she says.
You drugged me!
It's called sedating.
It's called sedating. It's just called sedating. You're okay. She stabs the needle into you and draws out about a teaspoon of your blood.
That's a lot.
That's not a lot. What are you talking about?
That's so much. I
see
that vial fill up. I'm like, oh no!
You got a couple liters of it inside of you. You're fine.
I can put it back.
Oh, there's no putting it back now. The genie can't go back in the bottle.
Genie can absolutely go back in the bottle.
Now then, let's just patch you up, she says, wrapping a bandage around that area. And then we take the sample, she says, taking the syringe. And we have fun with it, she says, stabbing her own arm with it, injecting it into her.
Oh, damn, she freaky.
Oh. She turns into you.
Oh. Hi, Tomioka.
Oh, there we go. She cracks her neck 3 times. Let's see, what's wrong with you?
Don't you mean his neck?
Okay.
Well, yes, but you know what I mean. Let's see, what's wrong with you? You have... Okay. You were developing a stomach ulcer. Alright. She just says this. She just says this without knowing it. I've also got a couple issues. Luckily enough for you, I am more than qualified to deal with them. Don't worry, just hold still.
Don't touch me.
She smiles, and when she smiles, you can see her teeth are like Alucards. They're all serrated, like and they're all canines.
I do not consent.
Alucard.
I do not consent. Leave me alone.
That's a rough one.
So, she leans over you, and she says, "This won't hurt a bit."
Let go of me, demon!
Demon? That is so mean of you to say.
Like that one mosquito queen from One Punch Man.
Oh, no one watches that anime anymore. It was horrible past the first season. She bites the webbing of your hand, like bites in between your thumb and your pointer finger.
Yeah.
You regain all your health, considering how much health you have at max. I don't know how to roll. And you have more than 78 hit points.
No.
Then you regain.
I actually have about 1/3 of that.
You regain all your health.
That's great.
a pleasure unlike any other, of the same pleasure you normally feel when releasing, spreads from your hand up your arm to your brain as a feeling of warmth and comfort, of a beautiful, blissful kind spreads through your body as your body begins to mend and heal itself. As she looks a little bit different when she stands back up. She's taller now. Not only that, she's growing horns.
Okay.
And her skin is slightly red, and she says, "There you go. Are you feeling better now?"
I guess you could say that.
I feel particularly fiery today. Are you thinking of me as being scary?
Yes.
When you say that, she grows larger, and her skin becomes coal black, and her horns become larger, and her eyes become red, like Call of Duty zombie style red. Why is that? Am I scary to you?
I would like to not be here anymore.
Unfortunately, we will need to do some more tests.
More tests?
No, I'm joking. You can go now, sweetie.
Yeah, can you let me go?
Of course I can. Let me get those straps for you. Oh, hold on 1 second. Someone at the front desk is calling my name.
I didn't hear anybody.
You didn't. She walks away. When she goes behind the curtain, the entire room catches on fire and begins to burn. Yet nothing is damaged. Smoke begins to fill your lungs as it hurts, but you do not die.
Okay.
When she walks behind the curtain again, she is perfectly normal. And she says, "There we go. Sorry about that. Had to take that call. Alright, let's get you unstrapped, shall we?" She says, clicking your straps off and rubbing your wrists to make sure you're still good and healthy and safe. She says, "Okay, I just need you to fill out this form real quick and we can get you out of here, okay?"
Okay.
She hands you a form.
I start filling it out.
It's basic health information, like does your stuff like history of your family, do anyone you know in your family have health problems? If so, tell them. Also, if you got any allergies you recently discovered, and what your quirk does to you when you overuse it.
Nothing.
Also,
Says nothing.
she says, "You know, your taste for your blood does seem quite odd. You might have the beginning of melanoma."
No, I don't.
Most people who have blood that tastes like yours, very irony, usually are developing melanoma.
Well, my blood tastes like normal. Tastes like blood.
Either way, so once we're done with that, she holds a hand out to you and she says, "Hello there, nice to meet you."
I shake her hand. Like, oh, it's nice to meet you too.
She looks at the board and she says, "Yes, it's very nice to meet you, Adam Grayskull. My name is Jezzy. But
That's great.
just call me Jezebel, okay?"
Okay.
She begins to change again. She begins to almost become darkness. Her body changing into almost wispy clouds of darkness as she becomes a shadow person for only a moment before she says, "Well, I've got to go now. Tell me if you need anything else. I'm the head nurse here."
Okay.
"What's wrong?"
Nothing.
When you say that, she goes back to normal. Nothing at all?
Nothing. It's all good. Smooth sails.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Now then, I've got to go. Your blood has made me parched for another serving.
Oh.
She walks off, daintily, happily, with a smile on her face.
I don't want to ever see that demon again.
You just think this?
Yep.
Alright, she transforms into a demon again.
Oh.
She
That's great.
begins to grow in size again, horns sprouting from her head, and her skin turning red as she walks away from you.
Okay. That's not my problem anymore.
I'm assuming you walk out of the infirmary.
Yes, I walk out of the infirmary.
Are you afraid?
No, not at all.
Because the infirmary doors are locked.
Oh. What is this place, dude? Let me out!
Well, somewhat. As you walk towards them, red chains of hell wrap around the doors and lock them tight. As she says, "Oh, I'll get that. I'll get that for you, sweetie. I have to open the door myself to stop any patients from escaping my grasp."
That's great. I wish this person didn't exist.
When she comes into your line of sight again, she looks perfectly normal, and she swipes a card next to the door, and the doors open up for you.
That's great. I wonder if that's illusionary.
Let me actually describe the infirmary properly to you, shall I? Just so you can get a good judge of the room.
And besides the fire and brimstone.
Yes. Besides the sulfur smell in the air.
So the infirmary is a set of 4 hallways, each one being a medical ward with 4 private rooms on each floor upwards, as the staircase is right next to the entrance. Imagine it kind of like the inside of a hospital. Right in front of where the door is, there's just a reception desk with her right beside it. And then past that desk is the first infirmary ward, the first hallway filled with beds and medical equipment and medicine.
Okay.
And you notice, now that she looks normal, you can get a good look at her without her transforming into a demon or like a horrible vampire. She is wearing a nurse's outfit, a white dress shirt with a red tie, a normal nurse's outfit with a shorter skirt and long stockings with very flat shoes. Her feet are probably very flat. She looks odd. You can't put your finger on it, but it's whatever race she is hard to tell. She might be like part Korean or something. And she has like long, bright red hair. She has a clipboard, and she also has a walkie-talkie on her shoulder that she keeps reaching up to and talking into.
Okay.
But otherwise, she's very cute looking. And you walk out. You just walk out. Alright, where do you go, my friend?
He says back to the gym since he's fully restored. I'm gonna punch him.
I was about to say, yeah. I will say my what I do for training is use this gym and just go into the Battle of Somme, and I will do this until I win.
To clear the Battle of the Somme.
I will clear the levels of Battle of Somme.
What? You know how many people fought in the Battle of the Somme?
Exactly, and I will single-handedly kill all of them again.
Well, let me find out.
Battle of the Somme.
How many?
Both sides. No allies. I'm a one-man army.
How many people fought in the Somme? Oh, it's not too bad. The Battle of the
Light work.
Somme, sometimes called the First Battle of the Somme, ended nearly 5 months later. More than 3 million soldiers fought on both sides.
Listen, all I'm saying is those are normal people. 2 attacks. That's all I need.
2 attacks each. 6 million
Only
attacks
6
later.
million attacks. Light work. Light work.
Alright, buddy, I don't think you're gonna fight the entire Battle of the Somme. I'm sorry.
Well,
I'll work through the levels anyways. Dream's technology might be really good, but I don't know if it's, it's 3 million people.
I mean, it can technically do that if the room is large enough, yes, but...
Well, yeah, but the room's definitely not large enough for 3 million people.
The room is not... You'll have to clear it You'll have to clear the Battle of the Somme
Wave by
feet.
wave.
Yeah, 50 feet at a time.
Yeah, you know what they say, take it a step at a time.
Okay.
They might have been talking about the Battle of Somme.
Sure, that is not what they meant, but...
That is exactly what they meant.
Are you going to explore anywhere else, or are you just going straight back to the gym?
Hey, honestly, Actually, I mean, okay. So who... I could get a training buddy.
I imagine like we eventually end up at the gym after doing like 2 different side quests in these.
And I'm still there.
And we just like see you getting like thrown like 20 feet in the air by another tank.
No. You see me melt the tank and get inside. That's what you're gonna see.
And then
right?
here
You
comes
underestimate me.
Here comes an M3 bomber that just blows you sky high.
Yeah, and then that's what you see. And then you see me get bombed by an airplane that I literally can't get to because it's non-existent.
When you piss off Dream's AI enough that they're like, you know what? I'm already throwing World War II stuff at you in World War I era. I think you're good enough to handle. Let's put you in Hiroshima.
Oh.
Hiroshima.
Go ahead, buddy. Parry the nuke.
I thought you were about to say...
Parry the nuke.
I thought you were about to say, hey, let's put you in Desert Storm. You know what? Why not just semi-modern technology?
I feel like Desert Storm I probably have a better chance.
Well, yeah, considering there isn't that many people in Desert Storm compared to the Somme.
There's also a nuke in Hiroshima.
There's just parry it, it's fine.
I think we're forgetting about that part.
Oh yeah, it's a pretty important part of history. It kind of changed the world and how we think.
You're going for number 1, right? I mean, Deku can parry.
I never said that.
No, Deku cannot.
Deku could not parry a nuke. We saw how much. No, we saw how much a nuke does in the fucking in the Bleach campaign. You think Deku, who just got his arm split open by taking like 1,000 damage, could parry a nuke?
He could technically survive it. It does about 900 damage.
But he wouldn't parry it. His arm would splinter open.
He's not gonna parry it.
This is really casual.
He's not All Might. I'll tell you.
Hey, don't say that.
I'll tell you who could parry a nuke. Maximan.
Well, yeah.
Go ahead, Maximan.
It wouldn't land. It wouldn't go off.
And it's going into the atmosphere, boys. Problem solved. So...
No, that's actually worse if it explodes in the atmosphere.
Yeah,
Airburst.
The airburst would be bigger, but hey, if it's in the highest layer of the atmosphere, which is how far he can take it, he can't make something go into space. It's not how his quirk works, but...
Aw, man.
It'll be better. Alright, you go back to the gym.
Except for, the nuclear fallout hitting everybody.
Fuck it, we got cures
Who
for
cares
that
about
now.
that?
We got cures for that nowadays. You know what, your principal really forced the Heroes
You see we got carrots for that?
You got cures for radiation nowadays. They can
I
completely...
wouldn't be surprised if there were carrots that cured cancer.
It's just somebody's quirk.
No one has a... Well, actually... Can the lunch lady cure debuffs like that with her quirk? I think she might be able to.
I 1v1 the principal. That's what I do for training.
Yeah, don't do that.
He just gives me chemo, and then I try to get one punch in before I get knocked out.
You get chemo. You lose all
before
your
my
hair.
bones turn to jelly.
And then you're stuck in the medical ward for a while, and you got to deal with that forever.
Oh, yeah, but that's light work. You know, we're gonna be best friends. She doesn't
He
even
hits you
know yet.
He hits you with enough radiation to give you premature balding.
Oh my gosh, I would no character would be over right there.
You can't
It would
live
be
without these-
Yachiro again.
You get this. You get the Saitama fit going. You lose all your hair.
Oh hell yeah, that's my outfit. That's my hero costume. Saitama fit.
We do actually have a hero costume for Cole now,
Yeah.
Yep.
which when he dons it the first time will actually be showing in the video. But enough of this locker room banter. You go back to the gym. I've got bad news for
I
you.
come back to the gym. Oh no.
Or someone's using it.
I jump in.
Currently, the gym is underwater.
Eh.
As in, you look in there, and the gym is filled with water.
Yeah.
The doors aren't breaking, you don't know how, but the gym is entirely filled with water. And you see Goro in there. Also, like a huge ship. There's like a huge part of a ship, and Goro is currently swimming to the surface, but he doesn't ever seem to reach the surface. As you can hear the old woman say, "Come on, Sonny, it's just the Titanic. You can do it."
Shit.
Get up there. Don't worry about the sharks. They're not that aggressive.
Some could say they're light work.
Do you go into the gym?
You know,
Hi.
you know,
You want to survive the Titanic
Uh,
incident?
is it okay? So, is he above water right now? What's going on? What's the situation?
No, he's not above water.
It's down.
It's not
Is it all the way at the bottom of the ocean?
No, but it's sinking past him right now in the gym. Keep in mind, the gym is actually large enough to simulate the entire ship. It's able to simulate half of it.
Okay.
But he is not at the bottom, but he is low enough to where even in 10 seconds he doesn't reach the top, and you can see him struggling to breathe as he continues to swim upwards.
So, damn, he moves fast, doesn't he?
Goro, he's not using his quirk right now, but he could. The thing is, Goro's quirk
Oh,
actually
why
needs
is he
him
not?
to... Well, it needs him to stand on solid ground.
Oh,
He
so
needs-
he got super cucked.
He needs a place to like, actually see and stand, and he can't do that because
Can
he
you do it
doesn't.
on a person?
He can do it on a person, or he can do it on a surface that he can see. But the thing is, he needs to be able to use his walking speed. So what his clones would do right now is just boost him 10 feet upwards because he doesn't have a swim speed. So that's
Hey,
literally
that's why you
it.
gotta grab Mariner.
You said that was a useless fighting style.
It is! This is a horrible fighting style. The only thing that it gives is a +1 to AC.
Then why the hell are you using it?
It's horrible. But
Why
it
are
works
you-
so well with my build.
Damn it! I hate this gun I keep firing. It's
but
horrible.
It's I know, it's so bad, but it does so much damage.
This gun is horrible. It's so bad, but it's so fucking good for what exactly I'm using it for.
Listen, alright.
Do you
A
want
+1 to AC when I'm an AC build right now. It just, I needed it. I needed it, alright.
Alright, you open the doors and hop into the gym, is what I'm hearing.
Well, okay, so if I were to jump in, to what degree would I be under the water?
Find out.
How fast would I be able to get to him?
That's a good question.
Well, how
You-
far away is he from me?
He is 50 feet from you, so you could get to him in 2 turns.
I could get to him in 1 turn. I could dash.
Well, if you dash, yes.
I'll dash. I'll
He's going in.
don't worry,
boy.
don't worry, Garo. I got you.
You know it's funny as fuck. We're we're both swimming now.
That is true. So you open up the doors. The water is like jello. It doesn't actually leave the gym. And as you dive in there and begin swimming upwards, you can feel the pressure of the ocean hit you. As you can see, you're about 200...
You're about to get the reverse bends. What the?
I know.
Yeah. You see...
You're in like you just entered like a pressure differential.
You did.
It should be fine.
You see above
because,
you
because of how weird the physics of the room work.
you're about 200 feet underwater.
200.
What's your
That
con
pressure
modifier?
differential about to hit you hard.
What's your con modifier?
1.
You're gonna be in a bit of a trouble here. Okay.
I'm gonna start drowning.
So you reach Goro pretty quickly. You can get there before you even start drowning. You get to Goro and he looks at you. He doesn't say anything, obviously.
Well, obviously, we're like 200 feet underwater. Was he the same like depth as me, or was he
Yes, because how the simulation
go
works,
up?
it keeps pulling you guys down to make room above you guys. So yes.
Oh, okay, yeah. So am I still 200 feet underneath?
Yeah, you're about, so his is 30, so his is 10, so you would be 190 feet underwater now by the time you get to him, because he is swimming 10 feet upwards, so.
Alright, so obviously I've got 2 things that I can do here. Either I can let him go and he can like basically dash to me, since he would be able to walk to me, or I don't like, what else?
You could dash
Or I could just try to save him. Just try to dash up. I think that's the only real option. I think I just have to save him and dash upwards.
Him use his quirk on your person.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You could. If you do that, he'd be able to move 60 feet. He'd be able to move 60 feet.
We should just keep doing that and interchanging.
Alright, so you're going to take some damage. I love how you immediately hop back into the battle.
I always have to, you know?
Hey, look, you know, he's got the savior mentality, I guess.
Hey, you know, I did save 4 people and then go, I'm gonna save Deku now.
Into the thick of things, no matter the situation. Some might call him insane, other people would just call him an All Might fan.
Other people would just call me an All Might fan.
You take 17 suffocation damage.
I'm going to half that and teleport.
Well, and you teleport, he's not near you anymore. I suppose you could teleport 1 foot.
I mean, you got that health, right? You have 17 hit points?
I do. I have 27.
You'd only be at 10. You're fine.
I guess.
Alright. You get to the surface. Your lungs begin to fill with liquid slowly as you begin. You feel your liver pop. Like you feel your liver
dear Lord.
inject. You feel your liver inject oxygen directly into your blood. You feel your body go into panic mode and begin flooding your blood with oxygen. Which does, if you don't know, your liver will do that if you begin drowning.
Okay.
And you feel this, and then it still keeps going, and you have to swim farther and farther, and eventually you breach the surface. It is a cold fucking night. That's when you kind of realize how fucking cold this water is. It is shockingly cold. Literally, you kind of feel your body begin to tense up and go into shock. Could you make me a grapple roll? As some of the survivors are going to try and push you underwater to push themselves.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Okay. This is what I have to deal with. I mean, alright. Okay.
I've got like 20 of these simulations ready, so you better be ready.
Oh, shit. The night.
That's
oh
20.
My god, he can't. Of all times. He can't. This gym is your fucking territory. You've rolled 4
I
natural
know. I'm making this gym my bitch.
He's like, hold up. I am here.
No need to fear.
This older, slightly overweight man swims towards you and grabs you on the shoulders and tries to push you down while he tries to pull himself up away from the water, and you just easily just palm him right in the face, causing him to fall backwards.
Can I just grab him and lift him up with me?
With a 20, I'll say sure.
I did get a nat 20 and I have a +8, so...
I'll say sure, it's not that hard, considering he doesn't weigh too much. Yeah, you grab him.
We're in water, so the buoyancy is... I basically only have to use myself as a buoyancy device.
But then, I need you to make me a strength save, as you can feel something very heavy beginning to pull you underwater.
Huh.
But if you don't know,
Strength save.
If a person is on top of a ship as it is going down, there's actually a vacuum.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. All that water is...
That's not gonna help.
Way.
Am I gonna get a help action from the other man?
He'll help you, which will allow you to pass DC 13.
Yeah. We got the strength of 2 men kicking.
Unfortunately, Goro is pulled underwater.
Oh my Goro, dash to me, please. I'm begging you.
Alright, Goro takes another 2d6 before he's able to dash to you.
Goro should be fine.
Okay. You begin to hear a whistle.
Okay.
Above you, a life raft drifts very close to where you were. A lifeboat, with a man on top searching around. What do you do?
Okay. Is it just a bunch of people yelling?
Basically, it is most people around you yelling. Imagine the Titanic disaster. It is a bunch of people around you yelling, scrambling in the water, while large wooden lifeboats kind of drift away from the area, one of them drifting close to you and getting away from you, specifically. But one of them has a man on top pulling people out of the water and onto it with a whistle in his hand.
Okay. So... how would I be able to hear the gym teacher?
And that's a good question. You might not be able to with all this noise.
Really?
Well, she is 50 feet below you.
Oh, she's just in the water?
No, she's in the side part. Remember, the gym has like a small, like little office area off to the left.
Yeah.
She's in there.
She's just sitting safe and pretty in there, huh? Fucking.
Yep.
All right. Well, I'll at least try. I'll be like, hey, do you want us to treat us like do you want us to treat this like these are actual people or what?
She nods slowly while smiling and doing some paperwork.
Okay. I'll just throw this guy.
Just throw him onto the boat?
I'm gonna throw him onto the boat.
So the man with the whistle says, "Sorry, sir, women and children only," and he kicks him back down into the water.
Hey, I'm a child. I'll jump in.
"Sorry, sir, women and children only." He's gonna make
I'm a child!
He's gonna make a shove attack. You are 16. That is not a child back then.
Oh, I am 15.
He does not know that. "Sorry, sir, women and children only." He's gonna make a shove attack against you. He actually misses.
Yeah.
You just crawl right on. He doesn't stop you once he misses his boot against your face.
He just stops. I mean, okay, how many of these lifeboats are still here?
Oh, hold on, I'll be right back. I gotta pause recording here. Gotta let another animal in. Goro climbs onto a boat as well, a very crowded one, as he begins to fist fight the officer on there and throws him into the water.
Oh my gosh.
As people begin screaming in fear of him as he sits down, and the simulation suddenly changes. He goes back to the gym. The gym teacher claps. And she says, Congratulations, boys. You made it. Feeling good?
I mean, I did have to leave like a bunch of people to die. I was gonna help them, but you know.
Your nostrils explode into white jelly-like liquid
Oh, that's great.
as the liquid leaves your body.
Yeah, because I was choking on it.
It feels like someone is sticking a Q-tip up your nose. It is painful.
Sounds horrible.
You ever got a COVID test?
Yes, I have. I've had to administer several of them to myself.
It's like that. It's like this COVID or swine flu test. It is horrible.
It's actually terrible.
I've had one. I was at the hospital one time. This guy, I remember him because he was fucking amazing looking. He got this like long ass Q-tip specifically made for it and just jammed it right up my right nostril and then immediately up my left nostril in the same moment. I could feel it in the back of my sinuses near my eyes.
That is actually horrible. I'm so sorry you had to go through that.
He was like, well, let's see. All right, thanks. And he just left. And I remember he looked good. Damn, he was an asshole. That shit hurt. Either way. So, all right. She hands you guys a couple bottles of water.
Ah, yes, that's what I want right now, water.
And she says, all right, survived the Titanic. Goro, you ready for your next trial? And he says, sure, I said I'd go through 3 of them. That's the second one. What's the third? You guys ever heard of...
This one here already tried it.
The Battle of Sam! That's what I tell the teacher.
No. I already had him go through the Battle of Fort Knock.
Oh, that's not fair, though. His quirk is busted.
Okay, fine. I'll put you guys in a bad situation. How about... Okay. She types something on the keypad, and you guys are suddenly in a ballroom. Not really a ballroom. More of a really fancy living room. It's a 50-foot... Very smaller than that, actually. I believe it's 30 foot by 20. It's a 30 foot by 20 foot dining room with massive cargo bay windows on the sides of it. That is the room you find yourself in. Big cargo bay windows on your right side, not on your left side. On your left is a doorway. It's kind of dining room. There are a couple of people sitting around you in old-fashioned clothing, just kind of sitting around. The windows are oddly like tilted downwards, which is weird. And it's a kind of a stormy night. And Goro says, where the hell did she put us now?
Yeah, where the hell did she put us now? I make a history check.
Roll me a history roll.
Hold on, I think I just have a normal proficiency in this. Yeah, I do. Okay. Help action from Goro?
Sure. He doesn't know history too well, but he'll give it to you.
15.
Yeah, you actually recognize this place. From a history book you read one time while you were in school. This is the second dining room on something called the Hindenburg. Do you know what that is?
The boat from Sweet Life, Zack and Cody?
No. The blimp.
You're not lying.
The blimp.
Yeah, it's the fucking Zeppelin. You're
I go, oh shit! Oh, you're gonna have to carry us down.
What? Goro says. What is it?
You could dash to the ground, right?
I mean, it'll still
And not
hurt,
take damage?
but
Oh
yes,
shit!
I can minimize
We're in
the
a blimp.
damage. A blimp?
We're in a blimp and it's about to go down.
The Hindenburg. Oh shit! No one survived this, I believe.
Nobody. Well, yeah, it's literally a big, massive explosion.
What do we do?
There were people driving this, right? What do you know what happened to it? How it went down?
No, I didn't study this part of history. This is over 200 years old.
You're such a loser.
Oh shit. We jump out the window and hope for the best.
No, we're not gonna be able to the shockwave from this would kill somebody.
Shit, you're right. What do we do?
I think I have to go get. I think I just go give the driver a quirk where he doesn't crash this.
That's not gonna be the answer. I'm pretty sure this thing.
I'm pretty sure that is a pretty good answer.
I'm pretty sure this thing went down because of mechanical malfunctions.
Well, then we have to make it not mechanically function. Or will function. We have to make it mechanically function correctly.
How the fuck are we gonna do that? None of us know how to work off Zeppelin. This is one of the worst human tragedies in history, and we're about to live through it. Or,
listen, alright, kind of. You know, we've got a phone and YouTube, that's enough.
What time is it?
What time is it?
He looks at his phone. Okay, I know when it crashed. We have 5 minutes.
Ah!
We have 5.
I start sprinting.
We have 5 minutes. We gotta go. We have to go. All right. So looking at
I look up layout of the Hindenburg.
Looking at the layout here, you were in dining room number 2 on the right side.
Yeah. Where does it say that the what? Probably the engine room.
The engine room. So I see you don't know how a Zeppelin works.
I don't. Okay. I'm a normal American individual.
Are you saying I'm not because I know how a Zeppelin works?
Yes.
Hey.
I'm saying you're not for a multitude of reasons, not because of how a Zeppelin works.
Oh, thank you so much. So.
Yeah, I'm saving you from being American.
Thank you so much. You're just a weirdo. You're not an American, you're just a weirdo. You're your own country.
Yeah, you're your own type of weirdo.
Let's see here. Okay, so you'd be there. So, mechanically, Goro says, I'm pretty sure it failed because of mechanical issues. I'm almost certain, but I don't know. Here's what we'll do. I'll go to the driver, and you go find the engine.
I feel like we should do the exact opposite, because I can actually do something with the driver.
Do we even know if anyone's driving this? Maybe they're just asleep.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know history.
I don't know history either.
Okay, you go to the driver. I'll go to the engine. He starts teleporting
you guys
down.
know, I hope either of you know how to speak German.
Or French.
Oh dear lord. I got Google Translate, bitch.
It's about to go down. You crash through the hallway. Yes, literally. You crash through the hallway that is right behind that door you see. It's a long, narrow hallway. Eventually, you get to the very end of it. You can't read any of the signs here. They're either in German, French, or Polish. Hard to tell which one. Do you speak any of those languages?
Hold up the layout. I absolutely do not.
What languages do you speak?
Well, no.
English.
I will say that the Hindenburg did, like, it was like, well, it was a German vessel. It was in the U.S.
Yes, however, I had actually done research before making this dungeon. Only about 11% of the people on board the Hindenburg spoke English fluently, and those were the passengers.
Yeah. They probably have some English language.
I'm sure there's like one, at least, at bare minimum.
So, although you do find the place this place is actually controlled from, you guys know how a Zeppelin is controlled?
No idea.
It doesn't quite have a cockpit in the same way. It basically has 2 cockpits. You don't really fly a Zeppelin like you fly a plane, as you would think. You fly a Zeppelin through basically a series of pulley systems, which allow you to control, well, a lot of things, the mix of oxygen and air, the hydrogen and everything, and the heat within the place. That's how you kind of turn a Zeppelin. It's a lot of heat control and a lot of air resistance. I don't really want to go into it right now, but basically, you find both cockpits, one right beneath the other. There's like a large dent. So basically, you get into a semicircle room, half circle of a room. I'm looking at it right now on my other monitor, right here. It's a semicircle room that has basically a dent halfway through it, and then there's like a 20-foot drop in the room, which goes down to the lower one. And you barge in. The door itself, apparently by looking at the actual blueprint of the place, the door is not locked. It's a wooden door. So you just go straight in. As you actually go in, there's a lot of people that look at you. They look and begin saying things to you in a language you don't speak. But one of them, a man near the side of this big sort of room, looks at you and says, "What the hell you doing?"
Why has he got a Texas accent?
They call that Texas?
The ship is about to go down. Mechanical failures. Where could I prevent that?
You get a cell phone call.
Who?
Goro.
Okay. I answer.
Hey! I found the issue.
Okay. What is it?
It's actually kind of hard to see, but there's a leak here. There's a leak right here in the stuff, and there's some bad stuff happening here. I need to know how to fix this. I don't know. He rolled a natural one.
He rolled a natural one. There's a leak. There's a leak in the what engine room? What is it?
I don't know what this place is.
Oh my god!
I'm near the back of this place. There's some kind of leak here.
I hand the phone to the man.
What the fuck? He looks at it confused and says, "It's one of the phones. A phone. Yes. Hello. Listen. In the back of your ship currently, there's this. I found this little thing here. It looks like a pipe, but it's connected to a larger machine. Don't know what it is really. It's part of the catwalk, and it's leaking into a tiny hole about half the size of a pencil out of this place. How do I stop this?" The man needs to make me an Arcana roll. The simulation will give him the highest it can give him, because he is an engineer. I do not know.
Oh my gosh, what did he roll?
A natural one.
2 natural ones?
No one knows how to fix this thing.
Well, can I get a expert's opinion?
The man...
Somebody that's not you?
Unfortunately, the man who runs out of the engine room here, the cockpit. He runs out.
Are there parachutes?
Parachutes? Not anywhere around you. Probably not anywhere on board either.
Oh. But it gives somebody the ability to glide. I'm about to give them a gliding speed. Ride them out of here.
You hear Goro say, "Okay, I'm gonna try something."
Oh no.
He's going to make me a survival roll to try and shut this thing off.
Shut it off?
Well, yeah, it'll... He doesn't have any other options.
He's just gonna shut the Zephyr off.
I mean, it works.
It works.
So, he does something. You don't know what he does. I know what he does. He closes this little thing right here. He does something. And there's like a loud popping noise. The sound of almost like a pressure bomb going off. There's a smaller explosion somewhere near the back of the place. There's a poof. But the thing begins slowly descending onto the city.
What? The city?
Yeah, there's a small city beneath you. Do you know where the Hindenburg went down?
No!
Oh, you don't. Wow.
The only guy that knew English, he ran. Where is he?
Let me tell you where the Hindenburg went down. It went down in a little place called New Jersey.
New Jersey?
It went down in a little place called New Jersey, my friend.
I don't want to be here anymore.
Landing slightly next to Lake Hearst. There is a pretty big city beneath you.
I think Goro, I think crash landing on top of a city in an explodable balloon is not the better choice here.
Well, that's why it's up to you. Just guide the thing away.
Me?
Yes, guide the thing. If there's a lake in front of us, asshole.
There's a captain. Why would I do it?
Guide it in front of the lake.
There is a literal captain on board. Why would I be the one to guide Zephyr?
Then I'll tell him to do it.
He doesn't speak English, you silly fuck.
You know, hey, you know what's funny? Give him the ability to speak English.
You know what? You can do that. As you can see, audience.
Yeah,
these are actual photos.
Yeah, go. Yeah,
right
fuck.
here.
This is such a stupid way to use my ability.
Went down right here in this.
This is such a. Oh yeah, this is a crazy quirk. You can speak English now. I don't know. You permanently lose. I don't know. Your permanent maximum for your stamina is 100.
No. Hey, no. What you need to do? You should give him. Come on, Boo.
Oh, let me get this out real quick. There we go. So, by what I'm reading here, on my notes section, the captain, quote unquote, the helmsman of the ship, who is the person you are looking at right now, the one in charge of the steering wheel, he did speak broken English.
I'm just going to give him the ability to speak fluent English.
Okay.
You can give him like pluses to his piloting skill.
Oh yeah. Is that even possible? Since you said there's a maximum to what
you can give him a
they
plus
can
10.
give?
So you cap his stamina at 100, and you give him the ability to speak English and a plus 10.
Sure.
Okay.
I will. Come on, Boo.
So
This way.
this thing begins to rattle apart. So what I did was I watched this like little documentary on the Hindenburg, and one person said if they had simply done this or that, things could have gone differently. However, there was guaranteed to be some sort of explosion. That's what Goro just caused. It's time to see.
Oh my gosh.
That it was a really bad situation. It was a mechanical failure of an unbelievable kind. So it's time to see if this man, the helmsman, who has a name I cannot read because it ends in German. 29.
I feel like that definitely succeeds.
That definitely succeeds, but I'm gonna need you to make me a strength saving throw since you're being submerged in a lake.
This made this guy like the best pilot in like
existence. Yes.
You touch him as he's not even noticing that he suddenly speaks English. He just grabs. It's not even like a one wheel. It's actually a series of wheels. But he grabs the controls of this thing and begins to try and pull it forwards. Try and pull it any which way. See what kind of control he actually has over what happened. He guides it into the water. This thing does not float. You guys are quickly hit by a lake.
Double nat 1 is actually insane.
On anything that can fix this thing.
How do I solve this problem?
I don't know.
I don't know. Oh!
That's a fail.
Uh.
Even with the help action.
Yeah. I assume so. But I can teleport.
15 DC. Yeah, you can teleport. So, water crashes into you as the room in front of you quickly floods. The lake itself isn't that deep where you were landing. However, it's still not going to be good. I also want to point out real quick, the Hindenburg was a huge disaster. Most people died on board. However, it could have been worse. It could have been a lot
worse.
Yeah, because of where it landed, it could have been a lot worse. It could have been a lot worse if it landed in a bad spot.
I feel like the bad spot was it landing on the ground.
Well, okay.
I think the ground was the bad spot for it to land.
That is true. Okay, you take 13 damage.
Okay. I'm
do.
fine.
Yeah. How many hit points are you at?
He's gonna resist it. And
well, is that 13 after or before resistance?
That's 13 before. So
Okay.
6 after.
Yeah, I'm fine.
You ain't
I'm not
looking too
dead.
hot.
It's not great. No, it's definitely not great, but I got my get back.
You are okay.
Whiplash.
The simulation fades away once again. As your gym teacher dusts her hands off and says, turns out the thing isn't able to simulate hydrogen explosions too well. Noted. Alright, let's put you boys in somewhere actually dangerous. How about Vietnam?
Whoa, hey. This is not fair.
Okay, fine. Goro said he would go through 3, and he went through 3. Goro is unconscious on the ground.
I could only assume as much.
Fair enough.
Alright, I'm recording now. Yeah, you might not. So, I would like to... So, let me tell you what the impossible odds were of what just happened. So, out of the nearly 100 people on board the Hindenburg, all of the crew died. Around 62 people survived, but all the members of the crew died, right?
You know what's funny? Except the captain. He actually did survive.
That's the manager staff.
He went down with the ship and lived.
That's the managerial staff. I'm talking about the actual crew, like the people that he was interacting with.
Oh.
I want to warn you. The person you were talking to... So, let me actually go over what happened. What you just prevented. The cockpit, like the cockpit itself to this place, like I said, is like a massive long room, but it's separated by multiple doors, and half of it's like 20 feet below itself. The person you were yelling at to control this thing is the person who controls the elevation of the ship. Remember how I said there were multiple wheels?
Yeah.
He is the person, he's the helmsman that I just looked up who that person was to make sure I got it right. He's the helmsman that controls the elevation of the ship, which means you were yelling at the dude who was supposed to bring the ship up and down and control the rudders on the back to fly the ship into a lake.
He should have understood me.
The helmsman didn't speak English.
I gave him
That's
the ability
fine.
to.
He gave him the ability to
He
speak
does
English.
now.
I mean, he does in that simulation, I suppose. But yeah, so keep in
You know
mind
what?
also.
If you had been back then during the Hindenburg disaster, you could have stopped it.
Also, I would like to point out the room that you were in. While it's very long and basically very wide where the controls are, the room where the wheel is that he ran to is fucking tiny. Keep that in mind.
Okay.
Keep that in mind. It's basically, but there's no doors separating them. It's just one big room that just has multiple doors sectioned off. What you did there was yelling at the dude who has the qualification to control the height of the balloon, telling him to control the damn balloon to land it in a lake. Which is funny. It is funny to me because you're just yelling at the wrong guy.
It worked. I made him the right guy.
It's really funny to me. Okay. Your principal says, go to the infirmary and take Goro with you.
I'm good. Goro,
Take Goro to the infirmary.
I'll take Goro to the infirmary.
Goro is scorched, like his eyebrows are singed and like smoking.
Okay.
And
Oh, did he die to the pressure explosion? Quote unquote die.
he didn't die, but he's at 0 hit points. But
Yeah.
yes. Yes,
If this wasn't a simulation, would that have killed him?
maybe. It would have left him at -8, so probably. As you
Or something.
You take Goro to the infirmary. Jezzy here sees you walk in, covered in bruises, and she says, "Oh, welcome back."
Yeah.
Ah,
You're gonna get to know the head nurse really well.
Yeah,
Damn
I
it.
told her.
yeah, I see you have a patient. Please, come lay him down over here, and you lay down in this bed. Oh, he is.
Oh no. You can just bite me and we can move on with our day.
I can't bite you that easily. I need to do some things first.
Oh, what is that?
Well, first of all, lay down on the bed.
I would like to know what I'm consenting to here.
You are consenting to medical treatment, sir.
Yeah, but are you gonna like lock me in again?
No.
Okay.
I only did
Sit
that to
down.
make sure you weren't injured and didn't end up walking around like an idiot.
Okay.
Alright, perfect.
I'll sit down.
You sit down. She lays Goro down. Straps Goro down. Takes off his mask. You realize Goro is Japanese. And then first of all, she will treat his injuries. Let me make some medical rolls for her, 2 of them. Goro is fine. Natural 20.
Oh my gosh, nat 20. We got a nat 1 and a nat 20.
And a 9, so that would be a 15 for her. Yeah, you're fine as well. She patches you both up pretty well. She does an amazing job with Goro. He's probably not even going to have a scar. And as far as you go, she patches you up pretty well as well. Getting rid
Only
of...
has a +6 to medicine?
She relies on her quirk most of the time.
I guess. Not very good at this.
Alright. Congratulations, you're alive. She says, so what was it this time?
Well, I went back and he was about to drown in the Titanic. And then she put us into Hindenburg. And we stopped that from happening. Well, mostly. He would have died. I would have been fine, though. In both occasions. I had to save him the first time.
Okay. see here. I can see your lungs have been damaged a little bit.
Okay.
And your fingers have been frayed a little bit. She gently touches you. We're just gonna swish it around a little bit. You feel something weird happen inside of you. Your blood begins to move around on its own. It feels like worms are inside of your veins.
What is this quirk?
She actually has 3 quirks.
What?
She has 3 quirks.
Well, obviously she has some sort of either shape-shifting or illusion-based quirk based on how you view her.
Well, she has both, actually.
Oh, interesting.
She's a weird one. She says, okay. And you see, she begins to rub your hands. Suddenly you're feeling a lot better as your brain gives you a whole bunch of endorphins. What did it say?
Okay.
And she says, now you may feel a little bit strange. You may feel like there's bugs in your veins, but don't worry about that. You haven't taken any illegal drugs.
Ah, the bugs are back.
Unfortunately, yes. Have you taken crack before?
No.
Okay, good.
What are you, a narc?
No. Now then.
You're a commie.
Wow, I'm calling the head nurse a narc on your first day. Lovely.
She doesn't even know what that means.
First day, but my second time meeting her.
She doesn't even know what that means. Or what a commie is. She doesn't know that either.
Oh.
Those terms don't exist. And she says, okay, you're looking pretty good here. We can get you dressed up. Also, she bites the web of your hand again. You regain your hit points.
Is that like tax?
Well, don't worry about it. It is doing something to your character sheet, but I'm not going to tell you.
Oh.
Because she doesn't tell you and you don't know.
Well, I'm asking her because I mean, there's inherently drawbacks to using quirks repeatedly.
And she pulls away from you and she says, it's just a little bit taxing on both of us. I'm just manipulating the blood and chemicals in your body since I've tasted your blood before.
What is it doing to me?
Currently, right now, it's stopping your body from going into peripheral shock from pain, which is keeping your arms and legs alive.
Okay. Is that gonna wear off and have major side effects?
No. So long as
Insight.
Go ahead.
Liar! I heard the no word come out of her mouth.
You heard something that I could possibly lie on.
Exactly. Hold on, I got Achilles, that's the wrong one.
Oh my god,
Where's it supposed to? Achilles
right
of
now.
Greece. 21.
She ain't lying.
Oh, you liar. No, you're lying. I insight check you.
That's up to you.
Insight check the DM.
She ain't lying, but you can tell she ain't telling the full truth.
Well, yeah, you ain't telling the full truth.
Alright, it's not gonna hurt you. There won't be any bad side effects, but you might feel a little bit strange afterwards.
What does that mean?
You might feel phantom limbs where you never had limbs to begin with.
That sounds actually terrible.
It's not horrible, it just feels weird.
Yeah, it's gonna feel weird because I'm gonna feel like there's a leg coming out of my ribs.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Me and you, we're connected right now.
What the fuck does that mean?
It means if I wanted to, I could do this.
Oh.
You hear in your brain this. I can control the neurons in your brain right now and how they fire.
Sounds horrible.
You can always push me out and stop me from doing it, but you're consenting.
I'm consenting?
You haven't tried to stop me.
I guess so.
Foo foo foo. I guess I'll just have to keep doing it.
No thank you.
I can make you think of the most disgusting thing in the entire world. Now...
No thank you.
Shut up and get better.
I am better.
No, you're not.
How am I not?
You are mentally unsound enough to go into that gym twice.
And I'm about to do it a third time.
Listen, I've got a better idea.
Oh, what's that?
It's nearly 1 o'clock now. Go eat lunch.
I could have lunch after this next round.
Of course.
She puts a finger to your lips. What am I?
The nurse.
What kind of nurse?
Okay, listen. When has a man ever listened to his doctor?
Anytime they've lived to see the next few months.
Well, I mean, they say that with, like, cancer patients, and then they're like, yeah, you have 1 year to live, and then they're still there, like, 5 years later.
Exactly, because they probably listen to their damn doctor. I'm a doctor.
No,
I
terminal.
graduated med school.
I don't know. With that +6 to medicine rolls, I don't believe you.
She slaps you.
That doesn't.
She says, I graduated medical school with a degree.
Your class?
Top of my class? No.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I want to see that guy.
That guy, he's dead.
Oh, yeah, did you kill him? That's how you get top of your class?
In a mosh pit. She chuckles. No, I don't know where he is. He's probably off doing something really stupid right now and smoking.
Hey, he was top of the class, you know?
Do you want to see what smoking does to your lungs?
If you start torturing me, I don't know, I'll report you to the board or something. I don't know.
I don't
Isn't
torture.
that like yeah, did you get your doctorates? You technically count as a doctor.
Yes, I'm a doctor, but I'm a nurse.
Exactly. So like, isn't there like the code where you can't harm a patient?
I ain't no Hippocratic Oath chicken.
What?
I ain't no Hippocratic Oath
Don't you
chicken.
have to take that?
What? That's a suggestion.
No, that is a requirement.
That is a suggestion.
It is literally the Hippocratic Oath. It is an oath.
Do you think I'd honestly abide by their rules? I'm the fucking nurse
Yes.
in UA. Fuck those people.
You are the nurse in UA.
Which means all of this generation's youth and all the stupid things they do, they come to me.
Sure.
Like getting into the Hindenburg.
Hey, listen. Who
Hindenburg.
put me there?
You willingly walked into that gym.
I did, and technically consented to everything that happens to me. But you know, when
And
did I
you're
complain?
gonna consent to this. Sit down.
What does she do to me?
She says, you're gonna go get something to eat. I can already tell you your blood doesn't have enough glucose in it.
Oh yeah. I pull out a hot dog.
Not that. You do not need meat, you need sugar.
No, there's sugar in meat, right? Barbecue sauce.
My god, this one is dumb. Did you just say there's sugar in meat? Well, yes, there technically is.
Exactly.
But that's
You think
not...
I'm dumb, but I'm
I
really
can,
just smart.
That's not
I
the
can
kind of
tell you
sugar
that that
need.
is not true.
That's not the kind of sugar you need. I'm talking about actual sugar.
You need the short strain.
I know. It's okay. Sometimes I have to play stupid.
She puts a hand on your face.
Put them short chains in there.
She puts a hand on your face. And just leaves it there.
That's great. Can you give me sugar now, right into the bloodstream? Crush it up into a fine powder?
Oh, yeah, sure, she says, pulling out a needle. Sure, I'll just inject you with fucking glucose.
Go ahead!
Alright, fine, hold on.
Shin has to write rules for pumping sugar right into your veins.
I do not. I've already done something like that.
Because I was about to say, I already made them.
I've done something like this in a previous campaign. So, she sticks a needle into a blood bag that she has behind the counter and begins to pull out a whitish liquid from it.
Hey, whoa, alright, listen, no, I was joking.
No, I fucking wasn't.
Well, I was.
Take your glucose.
Therefore, will this actually help me?
Maybe it'll make it so you don't have to eat lunch.
Okay.
God,
I'll come here every day for my shot of glucose.
Good thing
No, you will not.
You want to have diabetes? What the fuck?
The nurse is immediately going to throw your ass out. You do know that you need more than just sugar to live, right?
Yes, I understand.
Do you want me to inject you with all the essential nutrients your body needs?
Yes, actually, that would help
Okay.
with my
Make a
training
nutrients
time.
pump?
Well, no, you see, that would help with training time because I don't need toiletries. I would only need to go to the bathroom. I wouldn't need to take the time to eat.
I'm not going to do that. If you want to do
Why
that,
not?
If you want to do that, go and get some Soylent Green.
Soylent Green.
Yes, Soylent. There's this brand called Soylent, which is exactly what you're talking about. It's a mix that gives you everything you need to live for one day if you drink it. Go get some of that.
How much is that?
I think for about a month's supply, it's about $50.
Why would I do that when you're free?
Soylent Green is people.
I am not free.
There you are.
I get paid by the country.
Exactly. You get paid by the. I'm paying you with my tax money.
All right, how about this?
Therefore,
$10 a month, and I'll do it
You
for
owe
you
me.
every day.
Okay.
Subtract $10.
I can live with that.
This will save you 1 hour of training time a day, but I guess it works.
That is 1 hour more training time that I have.
It's gonna drive you a little bit insane, but alright.
It's fine. People will just think that I'm doing drugs with the repeated, needle usage, but that's okay.
Don't worry. She does stab you, and she will give you required nutrients for the day. She injects you 4 times with 4 different shots. And gives you 2 vitamins. And says, alright, I mean, that should be enough. Now, I don't know why you'd want to do this. You'll go a little bit crazy, but alright.
It's fine. I eat corn dogs for the surplus, so...
You remind me of that weird guy that came in here a little bit ago.
Who was that?
I don't know. He just wouldn't stop.
Is it Sarah? Was he short, had no quirk?
No, Sarah did come in here earlier, and he
Oh, yeah, I
He
suspected
was-
so.
was really afraid, but no. There was this dude named David who came in here who just kept having me
Oh.
pull electrolytes from his blood. I got like
Yeah,
4...
he's basically a plant.
I have noticed.
Just
I
in
got like
case.
4 full bags of electrolytes out of him.
You should give them to me.
You do not need that much.
It's not how
Gatorade's-
electrolytes work.
Brando's got what you need. It's got electrolytes.
It's a form of blood plasma, you dumbass. You want me to just give you blood plasma?
Brando's got what you need. It's got electrolytes.
You want me to just give you blood plasma?
As I said, Brando's got what you need. It's got electrolytes.
You do not need that.
I didn't know we were role playing as Eden this campaign.
It's got what you
Who's
need.
we? It's just me. I don't need you.
It's got what you need. It's got electrolytes.
It's got what you need. It's got electrolytes.
She says, I'm not just giving you spare blood plasma filled with electrolytes.
Listen, don't you think that it'll, I don't know, boost my capabilities or something?
Oh my god, for the last time, you kids are so dumb. Gatorade cannot make you harder. Ah.
It works as an effective Viagra.
No, it doesn't. Oh my god. People in this generation are so stupid.
The fact that Gatorade is still around 200 years later is exasperating.
I think it would be.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Nurse, ma'am.
And she says, now then. She looks a little bit different now. She's a bit pursier, and her lips are pursier, and she's a little bit taller.
Do you change shape based on what people think of you?
Well, you've noticed that.
Yeah, very easily, because as soon as I said you're a demon, you transform into a demon, every single time.
As soon as you say that, it begins to happen.
I don't think of her as a demon right now. So I don't know why it's doing that.
She says, not quite. I have the causality quirk.
Oh, what's that?
Whenever... It's hard to explain, but it's more than just perspective. If someone says something about me or something happens, to them I will become that thing. Or if they think of me...
Oh, so it is hallucinatory.
If they think of me in a certain way, I will become that thing to them. I actually have 3 quirks. 2 for my dad and 1 for my mother.
Oh, that's pretty cool. You're special.
Special.
Yeah?
Yeah, sure, that's what you can call it.
I mean, hey, I have 1. Although it is pretty weird. You probably know about it.
I do indeed. It tastes very odd.
My quirk?
Yeah, it tastes like cancer cells.
Oh, yeah, it gives people cancer.
I have noticed.
Don't worry, I'll only use it on you.
You don't have to worry about giving me cancer. I'm pretty much immune to it.
Oh, so what you're saying is if I wanted to overthrow the principal, you'd be the person to talk to.
Principal? He's not the one you gotta overthrow around here.
Oh, who's that?
Well... Principal has a passive lookout to the school. Although he does do quite a few active, events during the school year. He's rarely ever here since he's still a full-time hero. Well, part-time.
Okay.
If you really want to cause the school to go into an uproar, take down the sports team.
Okay, what kind of sports teams?
We have only one sports team at this school.
What's that?
Competitive survival.
Oh baby. I want to be head captain.
Unfortunately, this year you cannot exactly try out, but...
What? They don't allow freshmen?
Not freshmen. But given that you've gone into the gym twice, you're already starting. It's a sport invented by Dream. He puts a bunch of people inside of his, specifically 2 teams inside of his simulations, and forces them to fight. And, go up against the simulations. Last year it was, what was it? Oh yeah, a zombie apocalypse set in a broken world.
Broken world? What does that entail?
Well, there was lava coming up from everywhere, and everything was slowly sinking into the ocean of magma.
Oh, I see. It is a physically broken world.
I don't know what he'll do this year, but if you want to sign up, you can next year. Right now, though... Yeah. I'm a weirdo. Thank you for reminding me.
You're welcome.
I got 3 quirks. First one is, if I drink someone's blood... I can manipulate it.
Okay.
And turn into them.
That's pretty cool.
Second one. Well, you know it. If someone perceives me in a certain way, I can be perceived in that way.
Yeah, of course, of course.
including objects around me.
Okay. And last but not least.
Third one. Now, this is a rare quirk, but it's powerful. My blood is toxic.
Okay.
I have a...
In what way?
You know the mitochondria?
Yep. The powerhouse of the cell.
Oh my god, Jesus. Leaning back. Yeah, that. My mitochondria outside of my body breaks off and becomes a deadly virus.
Okay. So no blood donations?
No blood donations, although your blood is delicious.
Oh, that's... no, thank you.
Goro's blood tastes like peaches.
Cherries. Oh. It's a new flavor.
It's a beautiful thing. Anyways, be careful of the... As soon as she says that, there is a dinging noise, and a guy on fire walks in.
Oh, who's that?
Oh my god. Jason! Again? It's been 3 times this week. Sorry, boss man. 18-year-old guy.
Okay.
Short, brown hair, buzz cut, sort of semi-dark skin, big muscles. He's about like 6'3". Walks to the door. He is like...
You said short. How's he 6'3"?
No. Short hair.
Oh, short hair. Okay.
Short, buzz cut. He's 6'3". He's kind of bulky. And he says, sorry, I accidentally set myself on fire again and it won't go out.
Todoroki's kid?
It is not.
I would hope not.
Oh my god. She says,
If Todoroki has any children, they'd be the most overpowered things in the universe, dude.
all right. The sprinklers begin going off. Oh my god. Okay, just
This kid has to be a nuisance.
turn your hydrogen down. I'll get you set up, she says, pulling out a fire extinguisher, ready. I'm beginning to spray him. My god. Alright, Jason. What was it this time? One of my friends lit a cigarette near me.
Oh, he's just a bunch of hydrogen. He just emits hydrogen.
His pores do, yes.
Okay. So it's like Bakugo, but instead of nitroglycerin, it's just hydrogen. And it's not sweat, it's just pores.
Yeah, it just exudes from him. And
That is actually horrible.
he says,
Does he smell like hydrogen?
he smells like eggs
Oh, that's horrible.
and sweat.
Oh. Don't come near me.
He says,
Also, don't stand near him for too long periods of time, or else you'll asphyxiate.
that too. He says, I may have also been playing with my zirconium.
You'll get hydrogen poisoning.
I may have also been playing with my zirconium gun again. That wasn't a good idea. Jason, you know you shouldn't be playing with zirconium alloy. That's bad for you. It'll light you on fire every time you touch it.
This guy.
Alright, get out of here. It's not like fire can hurt you. He walks away, head down. She swipes the card as
I'm guessing he has immunity to fire damage.
Yes, he does. She
I hope
swipes.
so.
She
For his
swipes the
sake.
She swipes the card on the door as he leaves, opening the door for him and closing it. She sits back down next to you and says, sorry about that. Jason lights
Well.
himself on fire like 3 times a week.
That's crazy. You should join me in my training.
Jason?
Yeah. I
He
could light
might,
them on fire and throw them at the tanks.
That's not the issue. He's not really much of a chemist himself.
Thank goodness he was not on the Hindenburg.
Oh, would have been cooked from the beginning.
just spawns in the Hindenburg. Hindenburg.
It blows up.
As she says, "All right, come with me.
Simulation completed. Time 0 seconds.
Come with me. Come on." She takes your hand. Me and you are going on a little walk, and we're talking about your physical and mental health.
Huh?
Think you're
What are you talking
insane.
about, lady?
Don't make me put you in a straitjacket. You're coming with me.
I got military men to kill.
She pulls out a voodoo doll.
I got wars to be a part of.
I am going to war.
And she
Dun-dun.
takes the voodoo doll.
Yeah, Fortunate Son starts playing. I put on glasses.
She puts the voodoo doll on the side of her
I'm
hand.
getting shipped. Sorry, sir. I'm getting shipped off to Nam.
Okay.
She puts the voodoo doll on the side of her hand and then stands it up on her hand, and you stand up.
Oh. I don't like that.
What's wrong? I said I can control the neurons in your brain.
Well, yeah. I would rather be of my own volition.
Then
To follow
again, you're still not fighting me.
What does that mean?
You can kick me out anytime you want, but you're not. You want to come with me.
Oh, I want to go train.
Training has put you in my office twice already.
No, it has put Goro in your office once, and me in your office once.
Twice! You have been here twice.
I've been here twice, but not because of my stuff.
You begin to follow her.
Oh my gosh.
You're coming with me, mister. There's no way you aren't. We have to talk about your mental health.
Mental health?
Yes.
Dude, you're the nurse, not the psych teacher.
There is no psych teacher.
Good.
We have counselors, but they're all about that. I mean, come on. Psychology isn't a real science.
Okay.
That's one of the poor people's sciences.
That is something to say.
What? I graduated with a degree 1,000 times better than a psychology degree.
Okay.
I went to college.
Alright.
Cole, you're about as wet as you can be. Ready?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Diving to the bottom of this hole, you find... At the bottom is a small cavern system. It's basically a small cavern going down like a small, well, a crack in the earth. You actually see something at the bottom of it. It's kind of hard to see, but there's a little bit of light coming from the bottom.
Oh.
David stops and says, "Well, we're gonna have to swim through the brine lake, so prepare yourself."
Well, nods, because he cannot speak.
I'll give you advantage. Could you make me a con save?
This is because I have a rebreather.
Yes.
Okay.
Go ahead.
A moment. I will choose to pass.
All right. You choose to pass? Okay.
Since that is a, you know what, that best a 7.
All right, David does pass. So neither of you take damage from this brine lake, although it does sting quite badly. As you go into here, 6 seconds after you plunge through the brine lake, you feel your skin begin to sting. It feels like a bunch of jellyfish are hitting you at once. As you pass through it into this cavern. Okay, at the bottom of this cavern, you can see it actually opens up quite a bit. It basically gets into like a huge room, almost the size of a football field. And in this huge room is a stone palace. In this huge underwater room,
we find Atlantis.
No, more of a Japanese palace. Completely submerged.
I look at David.
He just looks at you and he says, "Well, we gotta explore it." Neither of us have any choice. It has to happen. It is our destiny, he says, diving deeper.
I'll follow after him. Can I, take a look around?
Absolutely, go ahead. It's going to be hard to see because the palace itself has, a little bit of a glow from to it. That's what's producing the light down here. But go ahead.
I am not the best at this, but...
Are you legally blind?
No. I just don't have a high wisdom. Because my mental stats are not the best. So it's just proficiency bonus for me. Wow. 4, 5, and a 6. We're rolling up, I guess. This is going to be one of these seconds.
You're going up. You can tell, along the floor around this place, because keep in mind, this is 1,400 or so large, room here. Mm-hmm. It's clearly man-made. It's almost perfectly square, except for the roof, which looks like the roof of a cave. There's clearly, a stone garden. There's a garden in front of the palace that is made out of, rocks. The flowers and everything and the bushes are made out of carved stone.
Mm-hmm.
And as you approach it, that's the only thing you can see, by the way, because you rolled really badly. As you approach it, David lands in front. And he says, "What sort of weird construction crew makes something like this?" And then David gets sneak attacked.
Lovely.
By a giant black eel.
An eel?
A giant black eel.
Excuse me?
Barely hits him, but it does. So, as he does this, you can hear something whoosh behind you, Cole, as this huge mouth slams into the building, and a eel about the size of 2 school buses parked behind each other slams into the building and hits David in the chest.
See, I knew we were going to be fighting a sea monster. But a 6 hits David? What the heck?
It has a +7.
Crazy. I was about to say, it probably has a crazy bonus.
Whoopsies. That's the wrong number. Alright, it does 14 damage to David.
Ow, David.
He has... At least he has good health, but it hurts him. It takes him down to half. He has 15 hit points left.
David has more HP than me.
It slams him through.
It's the only thing he has.
It slams him through the door into the building. Would you roll me a, well, you know,
Initiative?
an initiative? Okay. David isn't going first. This thing might have got a 15. Ooh,
I got a 17.
You got a 17. All right. So, we don't need a map for this since it's so simple. The inside of this building is incredibly simple. This palace, keep in mind standard like palace size. It's basically one gigantic tower is how I'd describe it. The bottom floor is just a gigantic open area which looks like it looks like a Buddhist shrine. It looks like the inside of like a Buddhist shrine. There's a big Buddha statue in the back with a staircase right next to it going up. And he is launched into here. This thing is 5 feet from you, keep in mind. And now let me describe this thing. It is an eel with a human face. It is completely black in color, and its teeth are very human-like, but it is so large that, you know, it's like, it's as wide as a school bus and as long as 2. What do you do?
Okay.
Your turn. It goes you, it, David.
Okay, so this guy... You said he's within 5 feet of me?
Yes.
Okay. So... being underwater and lightning damage...
Go on.
What is the rules for that in this campaign here?
So, unfortunately for you, this isn't the Naruto campaign.
Yeah, I know. It doesn't have vulnerability since it doesn't get the what is it, the shocked status effect?
Yep.
Yeah, in Naruto, so for those of you who are wondering, in the Naruto campaign we are playing through with these guys, there's something called the shocked status effect, which gives you vulnerability to lightning damage if you're wet. However, there's nothing like that in this. What does happen, though, is your range is dependent on the size of the pool of water you're in, not your actual range.
Okay. Well, how big is this pool of water?
1,400 feet.
Okay, so then what does that make my range? Does that mean my range is 1,400 feet?
It does.
Okay.
Gosh.
Water conductivity, people.
I wonder what
However,
it's,
that hardly matters since it's literally 5 feet from me.
I was about to say, yeah, it's in your face, so...
Okay, Thanks.
Is it the gym?
What'd you say?
Are they in the gym?
No. They're in the blue hole underneath the lake.
This is a real fight. This is not some simulation.
What blue
There's
hole?
a sea monster under the school.
Dude, it's probably for protection. You're gonna get your ass kicked. I mean, actually, no. Are you doing the optional ruling that sneak attacks still do increased damage regardless of if you have sneak attack damage?
No.
Okay.
Else David would have done an additional 1. No, would have taken an additional 1 damage.
Well,
1d6.
okay, he's within 5 feet of me, so I'm gonna take advantage of ranged rolls and use my ranged spell attack to attack it with my lightning.
Alright, go right ahead.
So I have a disadvantage, which is good. Okay, so that does a hit since I didn't critical fail. I mean, since I didn't get a 20, so 2 20s. So
You're fine. It would have been really unfortunate if you did. Go ahead, roll your damage.
Insane unluck.
6 lightning damage.
Okay. And you affect it with your ability now.
Yes, they are. It means all attacks can hit them. Nice, so David can do shit. I don't know what this thing's capable of yet, but yeah. I am going to use my question. Okay, so here's an interesting ruling. So when I hit them with my lightning bolt, and it causes all hits to hit them, if I then do an unarmed strike, would that attack just auto hit? I just can't critical as well?
Yes, it's all
Okay, so
attacks.
okay. So it basically also affects me as long as it's not my like bolt.
Your lightning.
Yeah. It's already I didn't know if that ruling also applied to me as well.
It does, yes. Your lightning is just affected in a specific way.
Then I am going to go ahead and make an unarmed strike against this thing.
Alright. Go ahead.
We'll just roll to see if because I do believe you can still critically fail the attack roll.
Yes, you can.
Okay. No. This cannot crit. So I do hit.
Do hit, do your damage.
So for this... 3... Ooh, 8 damage.
So you zap this thing and then you punch it in the nose and it recoils backwards as you see your energy kind of wrap around its form and help you hit this thing. Is that your turn?
Bang. I am going to, in case it attempts to leave to pursue David. Was David knocked back?
He was knocked into the building.
Okay, I'm gonna use a bonus action to go into Tunnel Fighter.
All right.
So if it attempts to leave, I'm gonna get another attack on it.
Something you do notice, this thing is way too big to go into that building.
Okay.
Okay.
Because obviously, how big this thing was 2 school buses big?
Yep.
Or long? Yeah, I'm not grappling this thing.
Well, it's going to grapple you.
Well, okay then. Like that.
Yeah, it's your weakness, basically.
We'll see what it rolls. I mean, I will attempt to contest. I might have to... This is why I saved points with that feeling it might try to grapple me.
Alright, you got a 17.
Okay. Grapple. Okay. I do have decent acrobatics. No! I'm going to use 5 points to negate the grapple.
Good
I'm
idea.
down to 2 this turn.
Alright.
It tries to go around and bite me to put me in its mouth, and it clamps on the barrier as I slink out.
Not quite. You can tell what it's trying to do. As it brings...
Is it trying to wrap around me?
No, it brings its jaws down, but not onto you. It's trying to grab your tank and pull it off of you.
Oh, okay, that's not good.
But it clamps around your barrier, and you kind of slink out of its mouth as it can't do much else except for you get an attack off on it. Could you make me a dexterity saving throw?
A dex save, okay.
Unfortunately, you can't exactly auto-pass this one.
No, I cannot. I do not have enough points. Points.
Dexterity is fun, though.
18.
Ooh, just a pass. DC 15. You're taking half damage from this. Do you have any immunities or resistances to poison damage?
I'm mutation. I have resistance to poison.
Alright. So you're taking half of this and then half of it again.
So a quarter.
That's its ram damage. It's not trying to ram you. It's using its spit at you. Plus its con. Alright, you're quartering that. Wow, good thing you did too.
That it would have been most of my hit points if I had not quartered that.
7,
However,
7, 7,
nine
8.
is acceptable.
Ooh. Yeah, that would have been bad. It's
48.
actually crazy. Yeah, oh my gosh.
That's ridiculous.
Yeesh, okay.
I do get an attack off on it though, so I will take that.
Go right ahead.
This would be another unarmed strike.
Wow.
No, that's unfortunate. Unfortunately,
that would have been really good if you'd
right
made
now.
that naturally.
Yeah, that would have been great had I not shot it with the
Lightning.
bolt. So it is just an auto hit.
Go right ahead. 1d4 plus 4, 6.
Another 6 damage.
You whomp it. If you want to, you can entertain us and roll your 1d6 and 1d12 to see what you would have gotten. 1d6, 1d10.
Well, 1d10.
See what you would have gotten if you didn't fuck up. And
But
use
man,
your ability.
I'm glad that was not on a bolt. That would have been bad.
That also would have been funny, though.
No.
Don't
tell me.
Don't tell me.
Tell me. Oh my god, it was pretty fucking close.
That would have been amazing. That's unfortunate for you.
Yeah, that's what it would have been, but my ability actually hurts me here, but that's fine.
It's alright. So you punch it right in the face again, and it kind of backs up and hisses at you again. The face on this thing is so hard to tell what it is. It looks male. It looks like it has a broad jaw, but it's so dark and so black, like ink. It's like kind of inky kind of skin that you can't even see it. But it is now David's turn. David will now abuse his inability to get any sort of... He will now use his ability to get any sort of exhaustion levels and use a martial arts style he has. David... fuck it, I'll just do it 4 times. Considering it just almost did 36 damage to you. David takes...
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good so far.
Okay, David takes 6 damage.
Oh. David, you're doing good over there, bud. You're
And
you're in one-shot territory.
Yes. Don't worry about it. He has 9 health, but don't worry about it. He would have gained 4 levels of exhaustion, but he doesn't.
What the hell is he doing? What is he doing that gives him exhaustion 4
His martial arts
times
style.
in 1 round?
So he has a martial arts. I gave David his starting martial arts style is a martial arts style where he can increase 1 roll of his choice he will make this turn by doing 1d4 damage to you and giving yourself a level of exhaustion.
Is he going to increase a damage roll since he auto hits?
Yes, because he knows how your quirk works.
Yeah. We have tactics here in team DC3.
Yes. Specifically, this is a martial arts style called entropy style.
Entropy style. That sounds cool.
Yes. Okay, so what it does. Okay, it gives him 5 more of his damage dice.
Woo, he's gonna do some damage.
It's pretty serious. He is taking a level of exhaustion for each of it, so...
But he doesn't get levels of exhaustion, it's perfect.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying, you know, for the point value that it's giving, yeah, I mean, that does make sense. I honestly expected a bit more, to be honest.
27 damage to this thing. Yep. He also knocks it. He also knocks it back. Not much. 15 feet. All right. So yeah, David takes a step again. Luckily enough for you, David can walk underwater, so he just
Yeah.
runs up to the thing and punches it. You can hear his shoulder dislocate as he does this. He dislocates his shoulder as he punches it with his left hand. And this thing goes flying backwards as he almost trips on the ground. And he looks at you and says, "Get upstairs! It can't get in here."
Nods. How far away is the entrance, by the way?
The entrance to, like, from you? Oh,
Where David wants me to go.
So, you're standing in the doorway. However, the stairway is 40 feet from you.
Okay.
All right. It is now your turn. That's all David can do.
Okay. How's this thing look?
Just fine.
This thing's got a lot of
Fine.
hit points. Yeah, I'm gonna play defensive here. What is so without a swimming speed? How fast is it? Half movement speed?